The name tag? Yeah, but he's not referring to anybody else on their name tag. He's just him. Yeah, one of the regulars.
Yeah, but still wrong. No, I'm not. I'm not defending that. All I'm just saying, what you did is no wrong. Yeah, I'm not defending that at all. But I'm not trying to prior after that. English and stuff will come to me. You have any more issues? Just all right. That's all you got. Any more issues? No, of course not. I told you I explained y'all. I already explained y'all. You know what I'm saying? I
Please try to run away. Please try to run away. I want to see him try to explain it.
bring it up, and then if you want to provide, say,
Please try to.
information for, information for how to drive. Just driving. Just
I'm on probation for driving.
suspended. No,
Ah, oh, it's just driving. Oh, driving with license suspended. Oh, all right. They put him on probation just for driving around. That's what happens. That's America now.
So let me ask you a question there. So it's up to Walmart to pass charge.
Yes.
Am I getting pass charge zones? With it anyway, like since there's already paid for it, we already got the receipt cash on, and then it was taken out of here without coming again.
Nothing was taken out of there without my. God, number one, I can barely even understand what the fuck he's saying. Number two, yeah, there was. He walked out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my, this is crazy.
You can't go way around. No, we're not there. Okay, the policy state that out of everything, I'm just, you have to, if I don't want to be, it's going over.
Oh, headshot. Honestly, like that rookie, no, bro, he's good. No amount that I could. Was it him that actually happened?
$49.
It's still now, if you're, I don't know if it was or not. Really, yeah, he's a keeper. He is.
I'm sorry, I don't mean.
Think about. I want you guys while this video is playing. I want you to think about the amount of your tax money that's being spent at this very moment, micromanaging this, sub 70 IQ retard. Think about your money is now. This is the reason why you pay taxes, is so you can have adult daycare units basically run around and micromanage these people. This is your money at work right now.
Listen, my thing is, I already paid for it. Right?
I already paid for it. You didn't pay for it.
You paid for it, right? Look at the flippers. Yes. Yeah.
Now, wait, listen. So you put your old one on the shelf, right? Grab the new one, take it to the service, they've been returned with the new one, right? That's altering our inventory. Basically, in the store. It's basically saying that we have in the store, now we don't, because it's the first day for return. You grab your old ones and try to walk out with them. So we're losing money at the end of the day. Yeah. Yeah, you went and this is what he did. He went to buy. He probably bought the cheap ones and then he refunded them. And then he took the expensive ones home with him. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. Like this is again, it's classic. Yeah, so you're stealing.
That's what it's called. But my thing is though, if I already paid for them, they just recharge the RV
You should have paid for the most step that you started off. Yeah, right. So,
I'm only gonna pay for one.
oh my god!
I didn't make that stuff.
Oh my god! The dude's really. I didn't make it out of the store. You were out. What do you?
Yeah, they planted me already. Yeah.
These guys might make contact.
So it's based on all three of them.
Oh my god. Laws like this are too complicated for people like him? No, that actually, you could be right. That he's actually not playing stupid, and he's just really stupid. And so, like, explaining this topic to him, like inventory, the idea of, like assets and everything, like it might just be too much.
Okay. So it's more than one on the snap. They're asking, it's got to go to the yard in that whole house. Do I get on the scratcher around these shit, folks? Oh, do they hook up to one of the scratcher legs? I didn't think it was gonna leave here. I thought it was gonna tell me, hey, you gotta go back and finish it. I don't know. Yeah, I know. So you get that one. It's like the skin on the snare. Alright, so. There's one in my head. I feel something touching my head. So there's one. Okay. You want me to get out there?
They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to send you to ER for this, bro." Like, fucking Elmer, the police officer, is just like, "You want me to just pull that shit out? I'll pull it out right now." Brain damage? I don't think that's possible.
Understand? Attached. In the pool, yeah, I've got two in the Sit down, hurt. I pull it out. Yeah, two. Yeah, yeah. I thought it was got a catch in my head. Yeah, that's right. Go interfere. I understand. It's like right here in my head. No, yeah, that's you too. Yeah, so I mean, okay, real. This was like, let me get this close and just back. You ready? Yeah, go ahead. Let's go. So when I'm trying to explain to y'all this, well, God damn. The time we got it, I got it. You know, not it's not good at it. Alternative. Like, what would be this alternative? If you had to come back here, you're gonna put it over. That's what
God damn.
what's up, man? I'm talking. That's the only reason why these stuff got put on Joe. Real fast. That's the
Only reason. That's the only reason, really. Oh, right. Yeah. No. No. For sure, man. Yeah.
that was the only miscommunication of it. I think I'm being under risk without even having a chance to explain the situation or trying to solve the problem. You know what I'm saying?
They're taking all.
No, I didn't take. I don't know.
It's so hard to get over this.
You're trying to ask for the risk.
It's like, do you think he's actually so dumb he doesn't even understand the concept of like object permanence? Like the idea that like if you take another one, then they don't have that one anymore because you took it. Like maybe that like it's really like we're actually down that bad. We're down that like that's crazy.
Like,
Wow.
I know other alternative route though. So,
There are alternative routes. What?
so what I'm hearing is basically if Mr. Barnes and this officer tell you that there's just a miscommunication there, just to figure out
There is no miscommunication. There's no miscommunication. You no. Walked into the store. You selected an item off the shelf.
and I'm not listening, and I'm not that.
He's trying to interrupt it. He's like, "Oh,
Item off the shelf.
And then as you go walking out, there's a pharmacy to get ready to walk out the door. You put that item down. First thing that.
Yeah.
And then give that's the last point of sale, right?
That's what it carries.
That is that.
Understand?
Okay.
Yeah,
Understand that is theft. Because, oh.
Hey, see, but I'm saying I see alternative route that it don't always lead to this. You know what I'm saying?
I see alternative routes that don't always lead to this. This is really impressive. Yeah, bro, he thinks he's Doctor Strange. You're gonna use the time stone to figure out how you're gonna steal its clippers out of Walmart? Again, when these guys approached you and said, "Hey, listen, we need to talk about something."
And for Derek, I was calm and I was ready to I walked with So, Mr. Barnes, what I'm asking you guys, so even if I'm explaining to you guys that I was not trying to run away, I was just trying to ask why am I being there?
I was not trying to run away.
Okay, I didn't know why. I didn't know why though. When I was trying to ask you, you started getting.
Can you imagine, bro? This is your job. This is your job. This is what you do every day.
I'm like, on what? I'm trying to ask a question. I didn't think I had to be under arrest first. Yeah, like, what was arrest? So that's all. Wow. Okay. Right. Okay. Under arrest for just without violence and play that. Okay. You're being trespassed for being once you're being trespassed for 2 years, you might come on property in the next few years, or you can be placed under arrest after warning. Right? That means the property all the way out to consider 19. When you go like the Chili's stuff like that, but you cannot hang out on the property or
Yeah, you can go to Chili's, but you can't go to Walmart.
Miss Minell, what you can do the starting. Yeah. So if I'm sitting here explaining to them that I was trying to ask a question, and not trying to resist. You know, why we can't have that conversation? Why that conversation on the table? I'm explaining to them that that was not my shit.
Oh my god.
You gotta understand, I'm coming out of the store and I'm being, hey, look, I know I just want to quiet. So then I ask why.
Oh my god.
I'm not making
He's still going.
I'm asking a question.
He's still going.
My first statement was walk here. I'm on the verge of walking here. Grass. Come on, you gotta get. I mean, there's two of us. Now. Only one person getting grabbed. I'm about being put on the.
Only one person's getting good because one person's stealing. Like what?
People being trespassed.
They're saying that you were detained.
I didn't understand. But as soon as I asked,
Oh my god. You resisted at some point. Okay. And we're not going to have court in here.
no. So
They're saying you resisted without violence by trying to pull away or whatever occurred. They have evidence that you retail theft, correct? Not deny. Come on, let's go.
Man, you're black brother. You can't help me out. Tell me, hey, I didn't resist.
That's crazy. That is crazy. You trying to get the Carmelo Anthony for? Is that right? Wow. She resisted. But she resisted.
Look like I'm way down. I'm trying to ask questions.
I'm trying to resist.
I'm only trying to get at y'all tackling me. That's all I'm trying to stop, though.
You're
Stop
trying-
y'all tackling me. So you ain't rap. Okay, I'm not arguing with you, but I'm both of them. I'm saying that when I want to do, you want to get on what things match up. Okay. So everyone in the back, you're not. You ain't fun at all.
I did. Wait, I didn't.
Man, outside. What does that even mean?
I'm giving you a lawful order. You gotta follow it. So this is where we're at. Like my sergeant said, we don't debate this right here. That is what court says.
They don't even want to talk. They're so tired of this shit. They don't want to talk. This makes us a chat streamer, potential professional yapper. Yeah, this guy should be a streamer. Like you can just say, he can just talk bullshit for hours. Yeah, it's impressive.
Anyway, no way around this.
There's no way around this.
I'm just asking them.
Wait.
Can I see them ask?
Wait, can I use like one of my green mushrooms for like extra life? Wait, women. Wait, I got Monopoly money in here. Wait, here's a get out of jail. Oh, it doesn't work?
The 25-year-old man was charged with.
Well, how about a Kohl's credit card? Does this do anything?
And resisting an officer without violence. Petty theft under Florida Statute 812.04.
Florida.
When someone knowingly takes or uses property under $100 with the intent to temporarily or permanently deprive the owner of it. In this case, Herring ended up concealing a pair of clippers valued at $49.96 and then left without paying full value for it. This is a second-degree misdemeanor, and maximum penalties, if convicted, are up to 60 days in jail and up to a $500 fine. For resisting an officer without violence under Florida Statute 843.0.
I wasn't resisting. That wasn't me. Like, wait, resisting? What do you mean I wasn't resisting? I know I wasn't resisting. What are you talking about?
43.02 applies when someone obstructs, resists,
Why do you
or
fall? You got
opposes a law
zapped.
enforcement officer during a lawful duty
They got
without
zapped.
using physical violence, pulling away, running, and then forcing officers to tase you easily falls under resisting an officer
Oh.
without violence. This is a first-degree misdemeanor with maximum penalties of up to 1 year in jail and up to a $1,000 fine. Herring was adjudicated guilty on both convictions. In court, Herring entered a written plea of guilty, formally accepting responsibility for the charges without going to trial. As a result, the court adjudicated him guilty, and he was sentenced to 2 days inside county jail.
I always hate the end of these videos. I do. This makes me so mad. Like, what? I hate the
pay court costs and fees. All suspects are innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law. Let me know your honest thoughts in this case down below in the comments. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.
That's all. No. Ask him, Mr. Barrow, you first walked up to me. Was I loud? Was I rowdy? No. Was what you did was still wrong. No, I'm not. I'm not defending that. Listen. So no.
Don't do this shit. Don't do this shit. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. We know. Everybody knows. Just don't do it. Please, just don't do it. Right before he does that shit. Okay.
735, what on it?
Yeah. These people just really like, I don't understand what's wrong with this girl. I really don't. I don't understand. How can you do this using chill with the officers, even if you do the crime? The officers don't give a fuck. They just listen. If their job, they are retard wranglers. That's what they do. That's all they do. So no, they don't care about this. They don't want to argue with you. Like as long as you don't fight them and scream at them, this is a good day for them. Like you got to keep in mind that they have to deal with crackheads and everything else. So like, do you really think that they give a fuck about this? Absolutely fucking not. So anyway, that's the way I feel about it. I don't know how the fuck these people do this without, like how they get out. That's what makes me mad is they keep getting out. They keep escaping. Makes me fucking furious. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. This game, I was gonna watch this game and Concord 2. So there's been a lot of controversy surrounding this game regarding as to whether it's Concord 2 or Concord 3. Because Marathon was going to be Concord 2, but now that Marathon got delayed, High Guard is going to come out before Marathon. But is Marathon still Concord 2 because it got announced before High Guard? Or is High Guard Concord 2 because it comes out before Marathon? And is Marathon, in fact, Concord 3? That's the big question. Nobody knows the answer to this.
The Game Awards have
But they all know the game sucks.
been gone. Expedition 33 received its flowers. We watched as indie games dominated not only in nominations, but also awards. We were showered in incredible trailers from the return of Tomb Raider to Larian Studios' next game, Divinity. Man, was that
Wow.
Then at the end of the show,
The big
Jeff
closer.
Keighley comes out and really lays it on thick. He shows us High Guard,
Wow.
a PvP hero shooter. What were they thinking? Especially following the Divinity trailer,
I
which just
don't
doesn't make any sense to me. And he had all the fanfare, all the anticipation. Man, did that guy want to make sure he sold that game. It was the last spot of the night, normally where we would typically see a really big heavy hitter, a major reveal, and they just pretended like it was something that we were begging for.
Yeah, I do think that it's a strategic decision that Jeff makes now in order to release the trailers at the beginning of the show that are really good, to get a lot of noise and buzz for the show going in order to get people to watch the show. Like as it's happening. Like like immediacy, social media, like attention. I think that's what happens. They make it top heavy. Yeah, exactly. It's front loaded, I guess you could say.
All the while showing us something that we've seen a million times by now.
Well, I don't
Same
know about
music,
a
the
million.
same
Probably
slow
more than
motion
that.
hero animation showing their powers and all of that good stuff. It was just like Concord's trailer
What?
in more ways than you actually think, but we'll talk about that a little
That's
bit
scary.
later. And I've seen a lot of feedback surrounding this game. People are not very
They
happy.
hate
Most people are just kind of
Everybody hates
sick
it.
and tired of a lot of this stuff.
Yes.
I've seen the developers having a really hard time with it on social media. A lot of people also rushing to
That'd be
defend
very
them,
bad
trying
too.
to create a pillow fort to defend them from all the toxic gamers. You know, it's just the streamers and the YouTubers that are the problem. These aren't real opinions. It's just manufactured hate more than anything else.
Well, if it's manufactured and it works, then it works. That's all there is to it. You got to address it one way or another.
Not listening
That's
to the
it.
players. You know, that's worked out a lot for these guys in the past.
Oh, yeah.
All they are is just protecting a game that is clearly destined for failure.
Mhm.
You have to learn from these lessons. So today, I'm talking about why that is. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the fate of this game. I'm talking about all the bad decisions that these guys made up to the release of this game, why this game is such a bad idea, why people hate it, why people are defending it, and why I don't think this is the last time we're going to see it. This video is sponsored by Ark Knights Enfield, coming out
Ooh,
January
I played this
22nd.
one.
This is a full 3D
Comes out in January? Oh, shit.
real-time strategy action RPG set on Talos 2, mixing fast tactical
I didn't
team
know that.
combat, factory building and management, and the whole process of exploring and reshaping different regions of a planet in a way that honestly surprised me. You play as the administrator, managing this frontier outpost while you fight, explore, and build. Exploration
Don't play
isn't
this game
always
alone.
safe.
It
You
comes
will
out.
run into hostile creatures and dangers along the way. That's where your team combat comes in. You can pick from a roster of 24 operators with different classes and different
There's
skill
furries in
types
the
to
game.
build the team that you want. Combat plays out in real time, so you're going to be swapping between characters, timing dodges, and leveraging physical statuses and arts afflictions to be able to trigger the best team combos. It's not about button mashing, it's about making your squad.
It's about buddy mashing. I played it. It's about button mashing. Absolutely. You can just hit all the buttons and you're going to kill them. Like, all you have to do is dodge at the same time. It's absolutely about button mashing.
Work together in a way that feels smooth
But you got to
and
kill the
controlled.
bosses.
This new beta adds a retold story,
Come
updated
on.
cutscenes, and a whole new region called Wu Ling. Visually, it's a blend of futuristic tech and Eastern architecture that definitely stood out to me. And as you explore it, you're going to come across new encounters, new stories, and new environmental details that make the whole region feel much more alive. Then there's the AIC factory and blueprint system, which is basically your way of reshaping the world, building automated production lines, upgrading facilities, and expanding your outposts as you explore. It's satisfying, and you get to see your progress reflected in the world. Ark Knights Enfield launches on January 22nd, 2026 for PlayStation 5, PC, iOS, and Android. And
Wow.
pre-registration is live.
Wow.
So if you want to check it out early, hit the link in the description or the pinned comment. The Game Awards lives and dies by trailers. Every single year, it's the same cycle. Rumors, wish casting, people convincing themselves that this is finally the night for Bloodborne 2 or Half-Life 3. And because
Every
of that,
single time.
the final trailer carries extra weight. It's supposed to be the big one.
Yeah.
Jeff Keighley really leaned into that hard. He reminded everybody that the last slot is saved for something special. Teased that this game was being made in secret and then dropped the pedigree. Former Respawn developers, the people behind Titanfall and Apex Legends, breaking away from AAA. Expectations spiked, the room went dark, the trailer rolled, and what followed was the most aggressively generic reveal we saw the entire night.
Aggressively generic. Yeah, that's about right.
Highguard is a PvPvE hero-based shooter where you are playing as wardens fighting over territory and raiding enemy strongholds. On paper, honestly, fine, but the problem is that none of that actually comes through in the trailer. What does come through is how completely interchangeable all of this feels. The same abilities, the same pacing, the same presentation that we have seen a dozen times by now. It's pulling straight from the Valorant playbook right down to the silhouettes and the cooldown-driven combat. The character that they led with honestly looks like John video game.
It is, and beyond that, here's one thing that I would always say that matters a lot. Do you think anybody is going to want to cosplay the characters in this video game? Because if the answer is no, you need to make new characters. If people don't want to be the roles in the game, then why would they want to play the game? I actually think that should be a very, very good benchmark. If you have good character design, people will cosplay your characters. If you have bad character design, they won't.
Zero identity, zero
what I think.
personality, a lot like the whole game.
Yes.
The entire time that I was watching this trailer, I had this nagging feeling that I had seen this before. Not just like, oh, it's another live service shooter. No, I mean, like, I've literally seen this before. And it didn't click for me until the ice troll slammed into the ground, and then my brain immediately clicked and said, oh no, this is Concord. That is definitely Concord. So I would
No! Wait, what?
Clicked and said, "Oh no!" My skull slammed into the ground, and then my
Are you
brain
kidding me?
clicked and said, "Oh no, this is Concord. That is definitely Concord." So I went back and I compared the trailers, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. The
Oh my god.
hero ability introductions of
Why?
damn near identical. The pacing and the percussion heavy music is just about the same. The rhythm of the cuts, the way the abilities are framed, the timing of, oh, look how cool this character is moments.
Yeah.
It all lines up perfectly. If you start splicing the two trailers together, you genuinely start to lose track of which game you're watching unless you're paying close attention. I don't know if they outsource some of the same assets, but
This one's Concord, I think, right?
you cannot wash the Concord stink off of this thing. I mean, these guys are already
It's crazy how bad. This game was so bad. Now it's killing other games. It's not enough that Concord killed itself. It's like a fucking suicide bomber. It kills everybody. It's like friendly fire.
into the exact
Oh
same
my
trap that
god.
buried Concord. This is a hero shooter with completely unremarkable characters. They're not.
Yeah, nobody's gonna want to cosplay any of these characters. They're boring, ugly, and non-rememberable. Or I guess what's unremarkable. I guess is a
Simply
Yeah.
bad this time. They're not hideous, but they're just safe, polished, inoffensive, and
Boring.
instantly forgettable. Not a single
Yeah.
character jumps out at you or makes you say, "You know what? I am curious to play them." The abilities are all things that we've seen before. The powers blur together, and yet this trailer
Yeah.
has the nerve to say that it is a new breed of shooter, but
Right.
it looks exactly like 10 other games from the past year. And clearly, players are feeling the same way.
It's like a new breed of shooter in the way that do you ever see like dogs that have been bred selectively for like 100 years? And like 100 years ago, the breed was like a normal animal, and now it's this disfigured fucking freak that if you clap your hands too loud, your hands too loud, its heart will explode and their eyes will pop out of their head. That's what happens. That's where we're at.
Reaction
This
online
game's
was
a pub.
immediate. People started
Yeah.
calling it Concord 2 almost instantly. Others were
People started calling it Concord too. I wonder who people is.
furious that the game somehow got the final slot of the show. Dead on Arrival has become the default label for the
Yeah.
game. IGN's
It's
upload-
dead before Arrival. It's basically they've already aborted the game. It's going to be a stillbirth. It will be. It's dead. It's done. It's over. It's finished. It's just that's it.
is sitting at over 300,000 views right now with over 40,000 dislikes and barely
40,000.
4,000 likes. The trailer
Like
is
look
getting
how bad. Like this is like if somebody said, "Oh, yay! This is like they're like Elon, look at my video game that I generated with Glock. I call it High Guard because it's like Overwatch High Guard. Get it? Look, well, Elon, can you retweet it?
He's
That's
getting
it.
absolutely cooked on social media.
Yeah.
Ratioed and reposts, side by side
That
comparisons
that picture was crazy.
everywhere. Characters are getting dragged for looking like knockoff versions of existing heroes, like
Yeah.
the sniper, who is basically
Anna.
just a
Yeah.
blonde version of Anna from Overwatch. And then you've got Tomb Raider developers that are getting universal praise right now for revealing
Yeah.
that they've been working on the game, while High Guard developers are announcing that they can finally talk about theirs, and they are being met with
And they're
nothing
having an absolute fucking meltdown, bro. Like they're having such a bad time.
but backlash.
Yeah.
To the point that some of them are just straight up going
Having a
violent.
meltdown.
So yeah, not a great response, and definitely not the one you're hoping for after spending some serious money on putting your trailer on the biggest stage in the entire industry. The Game Awards now reportedly pulls in more viewers than the Super Bowl.
Wow.
And getting your trailer on the show is not cheap. Anywhere from $450,000 to over $1 million, depending on its length. That's before we factor in how much it costs for them to buy out the final slot of the night, the spot that's
True.
reserved for the biggest, most anticipated reveals. That is an insane gamble. In this case, it is completely blown up in their face.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard some people say that the trailer placement is the problem, and sure, I guess kind of. I mean, if this
No, the trailer placement is only a problem because people thought the game was going to be good. If the trailer was at the beginning, they would have just known it was bad. If it came out, I think that definitely it being at the end made it worse, but it would have still been terrible. It's studio shutdown. No, I think this is a pretty big studio. They can afford to fuck up again after this.
He showed up earlier in the
How
night.
do you not know your game sucks? The reason why nobody knows their game sucks is because they live in a culture of toxic positivity and they ignore opinions of real, actual gamers in favor of the opinions of fat Funko Pop millennials and then also retarded Gen Xers that think that it's a cool thing that you can go on the internet still. Like, that's the real problem. And their personality is the type of beers they like. You need to go and get people involved in your QA process that are attracted to animals that aren't real. You need to get people involved in your creative process that know more than 10 racial slurs for a group of people that is not like the traditional like black people or Jews. Like if you know 10 racial slurs for let's say like like Italians or something like that, then maybe this person might have an eye into what gamers really want. Like you have to bring in people who like if they're let me think of a better way to say this. I think that's a good start. Let's just have that. That's good. That's fucked up. I know. It would work.
Wouldn't have been nearly as much anticipation that was riding behind it. And
Shoot that
also,
bird
it
in the
probably
head.
wouldn't have been directly
Yeah.
contrasted to some of the genuinely exciting reveals that we had seen. I mean, how do you follow up that Divinity trailer?
Yeah,
But
it was
let's be
nuts.
honest here, regardless of where that trailer was placed, it still would have been just as forgettable. The
Yeah.
backlash here is not some mystery puzzle that the internet needs to solve. The biggest issue that we have is the expectations that this studio set for themselves. This is supposed to be an independent studio, a breakaway team, former EA employees, more importantly, former Titanfall developers branching off to go and do their own thing. And what do they come back with? The safest, most corporate thing imaginable. The kind of live service hero shooter that we have come to expect from moronic and repetitive AAA publishers following the tail of everyone else, not
Yeah.
from a studio that escaped that system. And that's the part that makes no sense to me. And this is likely what
he's
pisses
getting
people
mad.
off the most.
He's
You
getting
escaped.
mad.
You are free. You're supposed to be the ones that
Yeah.
are making games for us,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
for the fucking machine. Why wouldn't you make something actually different? Something that players clearly want.
Mhm.
You fly the flag of Titanfall for the reputation it gives you,
Yep,
but
true.
not for the meaning behind it. The audience behind that game did not disappear. It's been ignored. You know what? Who am I kidding? Of course, the only person that clearly sees that need is some random solo developer that's making a diesel punk mech shooter off of Kickstarter money and a YouTube channel.
Some random
Seriously,
guy.
go check out Diesel Nights. That guy actually gets us. I went back and actually watched his
Uh-huh.
trailer after watching the High Guard reveal, and it is night and day. It's so distinct, it's so messy and unrefined and raw, and it just feels human. And watching that back just made it even more obvious how few people in this industry genuinely understand the art anymore, or even the audience they're supposed to be making games for.
Well, you have people that spend a lot of time in school and they're like taught in school, like you have to do this and that and the other thing. Well, listen, if a lot of these people in school knew how to make a fucking video game, they wouldn't be there teaching your stupid ass how to do it. They'd be doing it themselves. So, yeah, you've got some people that used to be successful, but for the most part, they're fucking teachers. They don't fucking know what people want. If they did, they'd be millionaires, but they're not. So you should never go and listen to this shit. Absolutely not. I don't know what the fuck they're about. It's the same with any school. Like, really, unless you're learning like a hard science like STEM, you don't probably need to go to school for this, okay? Like, I went to business school. Holy fuck, what a waste of time. Jesus Christ, what a bunch of retards over there. Total fucking waste of time. Outside of accounting and finance, there is no reason you need to know any of that.
Highguard takes absolutely no creative risks, none
Yes.
at all. The only thing that they're doing is just gambling with their own financial security at this point. This thing plays it as safe as humanly possible. It's just another PvPvE live service game wearing the skin of past achievements, trading almost entirely on, hey, remember what we used to work on? And it's like I said before, when we first saw Concord.
Yeah, this looks
When
good.
a game introduces itself as from the former developers of, especially from studios like Bungie, Activision, or EA, that's
People
basically
expect the game to be good. Yeah. They expect it to
become
be
a
good.
red flag for me. Not always. There are some outliers. Embark Studios is an obvious one. But more often than not, there is a reason that they are former developers. And in this case, they couldn't even spot the warning signs in their own game, let alone stay in
That's
step.
true. Yeah, a lot of these people, just because you worked at the company doesn't mean that you were the person that was the reason the company was good. That's true.
with what players are actually into right
Yeah.
now, or even learn from the pile of failed live service launches that we've already seen just this year. Honestly, the only real risk that this studio took were all the wrong ones. They spent 4 years developing this game in total secret. No early footage, no tests, no public feedback, nothing. If they had shown anything earlier, and I mean anything, they could have gauged player reaction and course corrected. Instead,
well, I mean, like, I think that they made Apex, right? And the thing is, like, Apex, they just shadow dropped Apex too. Like, I remember, like, one day I just saw a guy said, "Why does Shroud and Ninja have a lot of viewers today?" Oh, what's the? Ooh, wow. Oh, so it's like Fortnite, but with in first. Oh, shit. You know, like that was it. So I don't think that really it's the problem isn't that like the strategy isn't the problem. The problem is that the game sucks. Like that's the issue. Like let's not get it twisted, okay, guys.
they went all in on blind
I feel
confidence.
bad for them 4 years ago. This game was a good idea. No, it wasn't. It was a bad idea then. It sucked then. It sucks now.
Dropped a reveal trailer and they
Realm
just
Royale and Paladins do. Oh, that's right. They're dead.
announced a full release barely a month out, putting themselves in a completely unnecessary do or die situation. And I'm telling you right now, if you are making a live service game, you have to involve the audience as early as possible. You cannot afford to spend years and millions of dollars building something just to find out at the very end that nobody wants it. I mean, our creators did multiple closed alphas. They ran a beta well before the game even came out. Hell, even Marathon is out here involving players and has made visible changes based on their feedback. When I see studios that are
It's crazy to compare it to Marathon and say Marathon is doing better. That's sad.
that step entirely, especially in live service, it tells me exactly who this game is being made for, and it's not the players. I realize the developers for Highguard are likely combing social media right now, looking for feedback. That's a little bit too late, seeing as though your game's going to be coming out a month from now. Looking at social media posts,
It's over, guys.
it's over.
Just amend your resume and tell people that instead of working on this game, you went to jail for aggravated assault against a pregnant woman. And, you know, just say, like, that's what happened. And it'll probably be better for your career than to say that you worked on it. Just how it is.
Obviously, because they're probably a little bit too difficult to
Floyd
ignore at
special.
this point.
Yeah.
And I hope you're listening right now to the church. This is
Special.
feedback. This is the frustration of a real customer. Somebody that was a fan of Titanfall. I want you to know that the expectations set upon you are higher than that of AAA games. We don't expect shit from them anymore. We do expect more from you, somebody that escaped that.
I mean, to me, like, I don't even have, like, a little nostalgia. I never played Titanfall. Like, to me, it's real simple. The game sucks. Like, I don't want to play that shit. It sucks. It's the end of it.
The fact that you're going to be trying
That's
to do
it.
something that we're going to actually want. We're expecting more from your freedom to create, not from you just to go and make more of the same. If you're trying to figure out why people are so upset, why they're so quick to just toss your game to the side, that's exactly why.
This is bad.
We know that AAA game studios are not looking out for our best interests. We know that they're not trying to make games for us. They're just trying to make games for profit. We have the expectation that those that are operating outside of that system are looking out for our best interests, that are trying to make games that we actually want to play, that are trying to do everything they possibly can. We need that, Mike. We need that because it's our last thread of trust that a lot of people have in this industry right now. And if you betray that, that is a very real betrayal, especially in the eyes of a lot of players.
Yeah, people are pissed.
And if we start seeing a lot of studios that break off from AAA just to go out and essentially continue to just feed the same
new boss, same as the old boss. Exactly. Yeah. Like if you're gonna leave and make a new studio, get everybody excited, and then just make a sloppier version of what you were already making. Yeah, it's not really gonna make people too happy.
system, well, you're now betraying the trust that other studios deserve. Mm-hmm. How did you think that these Temu designs would somehow draw in players? I'm blown away by that. How do you not learn from any of the live service failures that we've seen, not only just this year, but just over the past 5 years? And how do you guys go into secrecy, developing a game for 4 years, and then just drop it into the market and hope it succeeds?
I think they did that with Apex. It was great. Like the problem is that it sucks, and they should have known that it sucks because again, like when Apex came out, it was the perfect response to the current gaming market. Fortnite was third party, it was too unrealistic. Sorry, third person, it was too unrealistic. Apex came in and it had the fluidity and the what's the better word for it? Like the game flow of Fortnite, like it played as well as Fortnite. It had a more serious aesthetic, kind of closer to PUBG. The movement was really good. The graphics were amazing. Like at the time they were amazing. It was a perfect game for the current market. It was. Apex was perfect for the current market. And this is the exact opposite. This is perfect for the current market of YouTube video essays of why a game failed. That's the market that this game is good for.
This reminds me of Split.
Not a good market.
Is it Split
Game.
Yeah, it reminds me of Split Game. They had a really cool concept. They had their arena shooter. People really enjoyed it, and then these guys sold out and wanted to be just like AAA, killed their original game, and then went and made a live service battle royale.
Oh, we
We
haven't
know
seen
what you're
those
doing.
before.
We know what you want. We can smell you a mile away. We don't want to have anything to do with it. I've seen a lot of people already rushing to come and defend this developer and all the different developers that are working for them, trying to say that it's all fake outrage. It's just streamers and YouTubers that are feeding people their opinions based.
Yeah.
That's long as you're getting those opinions for the right people.
Me.
That it's all just hate for the sake of hate. And what that ignores is that this outrage, or maybe not the outrage.
Even if it's hate for the sake of hate, it's still hate and it's still valid. Like you can say that something doesn't exist, but that doesn't make it go away. You can say something's fake and like, oh, it's astroturf. But if enough people believe it, it becomes real. Like eventually you have to address why people think something.
Itself, but the
That's
frustration is not manufactured.
You can't
it's
just
not
hide it.
artificial. It is very real, and you have to be listening to it. And if this industry continues to dismiss it, and people continue to protect these developers, we're going to keep seeing this happen over and over again. And I think that's going to keep happening. It's actually kind of wild right now.
These developers get insulated by journalists and other developers that tell them, oh no, it's just Baldy that's being mean. His toxic community. Oh no. The problem is that people watch this. You're not mad at me. You're mad at the fact that people are watching me. That's the real problem.
Looking around and seeing that most of games media is more or less in agreement on this, not defending the game, not running interference, just documenting what's happening. And honestly, that is refreshing.
They know.
It feels like
They
a
know
fair
it's
moment
over,
where this
bro.
industry is starting
It's
to
over.
remember who it actually serves, the players, not itself. But on social media, it is a completely different story. You have people that are rushing to gas up these developers, telling them ignore the criticism, dismissing all the backlash outright. And once again, this feels eerily similar to Concord. I really started to notice it when I saw a post from one of the developers.
Well, they also, the other reason why is that they also feel that way because they see the attacks and like the negativity and they see it coming from the quote wrong people, me. And so, and people that agree with me too. And so they try to go against it like categorically because they don't want to see people like me score a W. But we always score W's and we never score W's. Every single one of these teams that has a massive negative sentiment coming out, really, it's a failure when it releases. Every single one, basically. I mean, maybe you can come up with one exception, but you can come up with 50 rules.
Unprotected,
It is.
constantly retweeting praise, amplifying a handful of positive takes, feeding into this idea that the outrage isn't real, that people just need to calm down, stop reacting, and that none of this is justified. And then you got a handful of pundits that are out there that are piling on, openly patronizing players for just having opinions. One example that really stuck out to me was a former IGN writer, Fran Mirabella, who had posted a video criticizing the reaction to Highguard, first writing an opening saying, unscripted vent, exhausted by predictable drama gamer reactions over Highguard. You gotta be pretty dumb to compare that.
This sounds like a video I should react to. I think we might have to react to this video now. Somebody gotta link this to me on my Reddit.
It's the Concord and think that the game.
And also, what I think is funny, predictable drama gamer reactions. I'm sorry, but if you work in gaming and you use the word gamer as a pejorative, you need to find a new job. You do. This is insane. in no other industry and community is it just as like is accepted to just demonize your own audience. These are the people that are trying to watch you. These are your consumers, and you're getting mad at them. What are we doing?
Like, is anything
Just
like,
like, oh
can
god,
we go back to playing games before we placed 50-50 bets on their doom and trashing the
it's
art
not a 50-50. Yeah, it's not 50-50.
artist vision?
My favorite part about this Highguard stuff is that everybody talking about this nonsense with Concord has like clearly never played Concord and doesn't even understand the gameplay that they're seeing. There's a bit of hyperbole there. People are just overreacting, but like nobody played Concord, right? I did, by the way. But now they just want to listen to their favorite streamers and complain about, oh man, this looks like trash, bro.
It does look like trash. It does. Too bad. It does look like trash.
so like unoriginal. What are you talking about? Yes, I definitely think
The
you
game
can see
ain't
why
good.
Oh,
It
that's a
doesn't
good
good.
argument. What are you talking about? No, it doesn't. What are you talking about? Wow. Oh, fuck. I wish I had considered that. Jesus.
Apex inspirations and all that stuff, but like this is clearly, a PvP game with these PvP elements, right? You got
No way. No way.
all of these PvE elements going on, and it looks like what it's going to be right now. These PvP clash points, you're trying to make it to the end, but you're doing stuff
Uh-huh.
like blowing up buildings, setting off like reactors. You have powers where you're like smashing through stuff. You've got to get keys maybe to get through next sections. Like
What a fucking retard. Oh my god. This is embarrassing.
it's not a bad idea. So like I don't know what everybody's whining about without playing it, but I'm just so exhausted with that part of the gaming discussion at this
How
point.
do you know it's shit? It hasn't even come out yet.
It's ridiculous, man. I don't know if it's gonna be any good, but maybe we should
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
play it and hear about people playing it first before we start calling it Concord. And again,
I think that I totally disagree with this. I judge a book by its cover. Because if you can't even figure out how to put together a good cover, how the hell can you write a book? You can't even figure out how to make the trailer look good, and we're supposed to expect the whole game's gonna be. What are you, fucking retarded? Oh my god. What is it's so delusional.
like you gotta be pretty dumb if you think that this game is anything like the gameplay in Concord.
You said
I
that.
love how fast all criticism gets
You're
dismissed.
dumb. You're dumb. What are you talking about?
It's not just the trailer, but the audience itself. Just blame the streamers, blame the
Yeah.
YouTubers. Problem solved. And also, yeah, no shit. The people that are comparing the game to Concord never played Concord. Nobody played that game. Less than
That's why they're comparing it, yeah.
25,000 people even bought it, and it was shut down in under a week. That should have been the lesson right there. When players decide that they don't like what they're seeing, they just don't show up. They
Yeah.
didn't give Concord a chance, and if they're reacting the exact same way right now, the ending is.
It's actually a really good point that he's making is that even if you think that it's ridiculous, the results are undeniable. That whenever you bring a product to market and then the consumer reaction is so negative that they don't even give it a chance, then your product's dead in the water.
already written unless you change it. And nobody played Concord. I did, by the way. What a line that is. Incredibly pretentious, by the way. As if that gives you any higher understanding of the reveal. This is a criticism about what was shown. And instead of just dealing with that, you immediately start jumping to talking about mechanics that the trailer never even explained. Keys, PvE
Yes,
systems.
you're just making, yeah, he's making up extra stuff. He's like, yeah, so they're going to have all this other cool stuff. I haven't played the game before, but I bet it's going to be cool. Like, yeah, sure, man. The reason why I think a lot of these journalists have like a resentment towards streamers and YouTubers is because streamers and YouTubers do what they can. The reality is that if a streamer or a YouTuber wanted to get into writing articles for a video game website, they could easily get into doing that. But one of these video game website people can't easily get into being a streamer or a YouTube creator. So I think that's really the issue, and that's why they have so much animosity towards YouTube and Twitch creators, is because these people are vastly, infinitely more successful than they are. And the only people that they have to blame for it is themselves. That's it.
There's clash points, stuff that you're just filling in yourself because you feel like it needs to be there to be able to justify your point. Then you turn around and tell the players that they need to wait and give the game a chance. No, we don't need to wait. This was the chance. This was the moment where you got to show the people what
The trailer is the chance.
the game was, and they honestly reacted in the way that you saw, and treating that reaction like anything else, treating it like it's illegitimate in some way, is exactly how we get games like Concord.
Yep.
Game developers, if you're watching this right now, do not, under any circumstances, ever listen to people like this.
Any of these journalists are retarded. You shouldn't listen to any of them. None of them know what they're talking about. They're just stupid. They're stupid and they're not good at their job. If they were good at their job, they would be able to compete in the free market, which is YouTube and Twitch. They can't compete in the free market. So they have to go inside of these different reservations that they exist in, where their ideas and their stupidity can be protected. Oh, God. The fact is that really, YouTube and Twitch, that's where you should look at where the opinions are. Because those are the real people that are going to play and talk about your game. Not on IGN, not on Eurogamer, not on PC Gamer, not on Kotaku. None of these websites matter. All the people that are writing for these websites are doing so because they can't cut it making YouTube videos or streaming. That's the reality. They can't. And so keep that in mind every time that you want to listen to one of these retards.
Not listen to people that are trying to protect you. Listen to the people that are trying to criticize you. Gamers do not always articulate their criticisms well. Sometimes it's going to come out cynical, hostile, even ugly at times, but it is your job to extract the signal from the noise instead of getting offended by it. I'm going to hit you guys with some pretty heavy truth. You are not just making art, you are making consumer products, something that is meant to be sold, played, monetized, and sustained. When feedback at this scale is so overwhelmingly negative, people that are telling you that it's fine or that the players are wrong are not helping you. They're not trying to save your studio. They are setting you up for failure. The people
They aren't. They're telling you this because your video game somehow aligns with some worldview they have, or the people that they don't like your video game, so they want to defend it because of that reason. But for whatever reason they have, it's not actually something that has to do with your game.
that are rushing to defend you right now are not doing it because they care about your games. They are doing it because it makes them feel better.
That's right.
Because it feeds their sense of moral superiority. You can hear the contempt in the way that these people are saying they are sick of the outrage, the way that they blame it on content creators instead of just engaging with the criticism itself. That is pure dismissal, and it is something that we've seen over and over again.
Dismiss criticism, people will dismiss your product.
This industry.
That's how it is.
Content creators do not create taste. We do not manufacture opinions. We amplify what is already there. We are a lightning rod for public sentiment, not a source of it.
I think that there's a little bit of like a symbiotic relationship where, like, as a content creator, you can shift public sentiment to a degree, but you can't turn like a yes into a no. You can kind of maybe draw awareness to something or maybe shift people's sentiment a little bit, but you can't convince players that a good game is bad or that a bad game is good. You can't do that. People are going to make up their own mind.
Especially common in games journalism that outrage content is what makes people popular. It's just wrong. It always has been. That stuff never lasts. I do not tell people what to think. People do not take my word as gospel. They watch because something I am saying is lining up with what they already feel. Exactly. That resonance is what creates that audience. Not manipulation, not outrage farming, just recognition. And pretending otherwise is a convenient way for you to avoid dealing with why so many people are reacting the same way at the same time. This is just what modern customer feedback looks like. It's loud, it's messy, it's uncomfortable, and if you don't learn how to deal with it honestly, if you hide from it, or if you just let other people explain it away for you, your game is going to fail and your studio is going to follow. The real danger here is not the players, it's listening to platforms and pundits that do not carry any of the risk, that don't ship the game, that don't rely
That's another really big factor, is that all these people that are giving you advice are like, oh, your game is good. And this is also the people that are saying the game is bad, too. Keep in mind that, like, whenever you're making something and people give you advice, and this is just in life, people give you advice, they never have to live with the consequences of following that advice. So they can say, oh, follow your heart, do what you like to do, push this and do it because it's the right thing to do. But they don't have to live with the bankruptcy. They don't have to live with the harassment. They don't have to live with the failure. They don't have to live with the fact that you waste 4 years to make something not happen. So every time that you listen to somebody who's trying to give you advice, always keep in the back of your mind, really the front of your mind, that they don't have to actually deal with the consequences of this advice. And if you do that, you're going to be in a better spot.
On the retention that don't keep the consequences when
They
the
don't give a
players
shit.
walk away.
It doesn't matter to them.
And we already have the evidence of this. There is a growing pile of failed games and shuttered studios that follow that exact advice, ignoring the backlash, dismissing the criticism, trusting these narrative managers instead of the audience. These people that gave the advice, they're just fine. The studios weren't. So if you're a developer right now, understand this clearly. Listening to players might be uncomfortable, but listening to pundits who do not suffer from your game's fallout is how your game's die.
Yeah.
I've talked about this in a lot of other videos, but live service right now is an incredibly dangerous space to step into.
It always
understand
is.
why studios are chasing it.
Live service is really dangerous because you're going to double down on a win or you're going to double down on a loss. The video games that are live service take a ridiculous amount of money to make. And if your video game hits a critical mass, you win big, but you can also not hit that critical mass and then lose big. It's a huge risk.
The money, the visibility, the upside when it all works. But as this industry continues to get more crowded, as more teams step in to keep copying and pasting the same designs, as attention and spending get tighter, these games are going to come under harsher and harsher scrutiny and far more visceral backlash. These guys are earning. We have watched this exact thing.
You're already seeing a lot of these Western companies that are going out of business because they're just getting out competed by European companies and also Chinese companies and Japanese companies to a lesser extent. Is that really, I mean, if you can't compete in the market and you can't make a good game, people are going to go where somebody can. And that's just what's happening right now.
Happened in open world games. They were sold as the future of the industry. Every single publisher needed to have one. Then everyone also needed to have several of them at one point in time for some odd reason. And over time, the ideas dried up. The worlds got bigger than the actual games deserved. Everything started to just feel like busy work, and players just checked out of it entirely. Not because
The problem is that open world games are generally like it's the same reward, but it takes longer. And live service games generally, it's hard to play multiple live service games at the same time because of just how much of a time investment they take. So whenever somebody gets to a live service game and they're enjoying it, maybe let's say, oh, they like this game. Well, they don't want to go and invest themselves in another game because now that's 2 set of daily quests. Now that's 2 battle passes they have to do. So the problem is that live service games are a great idea in a vacuum, but whenever you put them inside of an ecosystem with 50 other live service games, now people don't have as much attention for it because they've already seen this game 50 other times and they're already locked in to playing, like, let's say Warframe, or, I mean, I don't know, like 50 other games, right? Like Genshin Impact or Wuthering Waves.
worlds were bad, but because
Or
the
World of
industry
Warcraft.
wouldn't stop flooding the market with hollow versions of the exact same thing.
Yeah.
That's where live service is right now. Players are
Sure,
tired.
they're not.
Yes, there are successes. I'm not denying that. Marvel Rivals,
Well, it's
Art
me,
Raiders,
yeah.
Battlefield 6, but look at where most players are spending their time right now. Older games, familiar games, things that they can trust because the rest of imitation piled on top of imitation. And players can tell when something is actually being made out of the love for the genre or the audience. They know when that game is being made for their wallet.
Everybody can tell. It's so obvious when something is boring or it seems like it's corporate slop. And High Guard is the pinnacle of corporate slop.
Once they clock that, they're gone. There is such an insane desire for players to be wrong today, and I find it so disgusting because I'm to a place of pure entitlement and
There's a reason why the journalists and these media personalities want gamers to be wrong and they want the audience to be wrong. Because if the audience is right, there's no need for them to exist. So you have to keep in mind that many people, what they advocate for and what they push for is in fact something that is like all you have to do is figure out what the incentive is. What is the incentive that a person has to push this narrative? Well, it's simple. It's because if they can invalidate the idea of players' opinions, then they can instead insert their own.
criticism from an industry that has largely not had to deal with feedback or pushback at this scale. And I've seen people talk about how gaming discourse never used to be like this. That it's all just Twitch streamers and YouTubers. That is such a lie.
It's also like, even if it didn't used to be like this, that's the way it is now, and it's not going to change. So you better get used to it, or you pack up your fucking bags and go do something else. Like, that's the way it is. Like, streaming wasn't the way it is now 5 years ago, 10 years ago, but that's what's happened. Like, things change. Like, if you can't adapt and change with the market and meet consumers' needs where they're at, then you're just going to fail in the market. You can talk about how it's not fair. You can talk about how the business model is ridiculous. You can complain about it, and you can be right about everything, but you're still going to run out of money and you're still going to fail. So unless you want to actually address things for what they are, you're just going to keep failing. That's it.
I worked at GameStop many years ago. For
Gaming
like 4
evolution.
years, I can guarantee you that these conversations have always been happening. They were just happening in private conversation and also in forums. But now, they're on a public stage. They're plastered in front of everyone in glorious harmony and unison. And these guys just don't know how to be able to deal with it. You have to understand that players today will do anything they possibly can. They say anything they can to make sure that the games they want to play come out. The games they don't want to play disappear.
Yeah.
I do my best to try to communicate,
and I do absolutely try to, like, I mean, I don't really try to kill games in a way, but like, if there's a video game that I think is dog shit, I will put it. I will say negative things about it for sure. Like, because I don't want to see bad games succeed. I don't. And the reason why I don't want to see bad games succeed is because if you do that, well, then, okay, now you're going to have all these shitty games coming out, and they're awful. So I think that's the big reason. Give everything a fair shake. Yeah, generally I can. But just game studios, yeah. I mean, obviously, like, there are some game studios I honestly do want to see fail, but it's because they make bad games, right? Like, if they make good games, I wouldn't think that. So it's just that simple. They fail so much, it's like a humiliation fetish. Yeah, it is, right? So, yeah, that's it. I've created a profit incentive for bad games. I have. And that's the thing, is that, for me, it's a perfect world. Because I can either, a video game comes out, and if the video game is garbage, then I make content about how garbage the game is. And if a video game comes out and it's great, then I make content about how great it is. So it doesn't matter what happens, I'm still going to be farming whatever the game is. That's just the way it is.
Videos that any of the topics that I discuss, or how I even discuss them, is never coming from a place of spite, usually. What I'm trying to do is make sure that the games industry understands this is just the nature of discourse today. This is the nature of customer discourse today. And they have to get it through their thick skulls.
Deal with that too bad.
You need to be able to just face this, understand it, listen to it, and then turn that into valuable feedback for you to be able to make games that people actually like.
Absolutely.
These are consumer products. If you're trying to make these things for just the sake of the art, that's fine. Don't expect to be able to make a profit on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying that the art can't exist. Obviously, I want the art to exist. I'm somebody that appreciates the art side of a lot of these games, but if you're just purely making it for the art, do not expect to make a profit. And definitely do not prop it up with a live service model where you need constant engagement for your game to be able to stay up, your studio to be able to stay open. I'm sorry, looking at a game like, I almost said Concord, looking at a game like Highguard.
What's the difference?
They sound the same.
Yeah, they do.
That is a game that's being made for profit. Pure and simple. Everybody can see it. You do not make a free-to-play game if that's not your aim. Everybody knows that. And artistry is definitely not the aim for these guys. Otherwise, they would have made the characters look like shit. So I don't know what to talk about there. My best advice for Highguard is
delay the game for a year. Delay the game for a year. Say, listen to your feedback. We're going to try to renovate the game to make it something that you want to see. Delay the game for a year. Post a trailer like in 6 months and say, this is what we've been doing. Like, that's what they have to do. That's their best case scenario right now.
When this game goes to its release, make that a beta instead, and then push the release indefinitely until you can get a handle.
I don't think they should beta, because as soon as you beta, people make a decision. As soon as people can play the game, that's what the game is. You cannot make a first impression twice. Don't let anybody play the game unless it's good. You can say that it's incomplete. That's fine. Incomplete is fine. Bad is not fine.
On what player feedback is, on what players are actually looking for, until you can actually get some heroes and people who are actually going to be interested in it. Now, I could be wrong. For some odd reason, this is going to come to release and it ends up being the best game ever because these guys somehow found the perfect mix of mechanics and gameplay, I guess. I'm not really too sure, but
It's uphill
looking at the
battle.
state of the discourse, feeling that I got from watching that trailer,
So,
this is looking like another game where I'm going to make more money off of it. The game is. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video,
yep.
subscribe to the channel, like the video, share this
So
video,
why? It's gonna be
share
great.
the video with game developers. I mean, you can, just don't be malicious about it. Yeah, man, people a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Depends on who they are.
Stay cool, stay righteous, stay safe. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Nick. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Well, there it is.
It just-
By the way, I totally agree with what he's
The
saying
game
here.
award.
And also, like, I don't think they should do a beta. I really don't think so. And the reason why they shouldn't do a beta, this is a Legendary Drops video. I've watched his videos a million fucking times. Go ahead and give it a like, give him a sub if you haven't already. He has almost 500,000 subscribers. That is crazy. I'm done with shooters, to be honest. I think that it's not really about shooters or anything like that for me. I think to me, there's the video right there. Give it a like. And so to me, I just don't like the fact that it's just boring. Like it's not an interesting game. It doesn't look cool. Like, why would I really want to play this or spend time doing this? Like, there's so many other video games out there right now that are great. And I think this is the big problem is that a lot of these games, who is this retard who made the video, by the way? Fran Mirabella. Who is this? It's a 2-minute video. All right, we'll watch it real quick. I'll watch it. We'll see what he's saying.
My favorite part about this high guard stuff is that everybody talking about this nonsense with Concord has like clearly never played Concord and doesn't even understand the gameplay that they're seeing. There's a bit of hyperbole there. People are just overreacting, but like nobody played Concord, right? I did, by the way. But now they just listen to their favorite streamers and
that's right.
About, oh man, this looks like trash, bro. It looks so like unoriginal. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it does.
Yes, I definitely think you can see a lot of Apex inspirations and all that stuff.
I don't see how it makes any sense. Like, it looks original, but how are you going to say that it was inspired? It's obviously inspired by another game.
Like, this is clearly
like the opposite.
A PvP game with these PvE elements, right? You got all of these PvE elements going on, and it looks like what it's going to be, right? You have these PvE.
I don't see any PvE element at all, by the way. There's no PvE element. Except for destroying buildings, like destroying walls. You had this in Red Faction 2, like 30 years ago, 20 years ago.
You clash points, you're trying to make it to the end, but you're doing stuff like blowing up buildings, setting off like reactors. You have powers where you're like smashing through stuff. You've got to get keys made to get through next section.
Fan fiction, by the way. They never said this.
It's like, it's not a bad idea. So, like, I don't know what everybody's whining about without playing it, but I'm just so exhausted with that part of the gaming discussion at this point. It's ridiculous, man. Like, you can get into the details about, oh, this, shouldn't have ended the Game Awards as the final thing. Sure, we all want Bloodborne 2 or, like, something, like, absolutely massive that, we already know what it is. But, this is an inspired team. They wanted to break off and do something original. It looks like that's what they're doing. I know that there's fears around free-to-play and, the model that Apex created almost of this like quick launch, coming out of nowhere, and that is all pretty old at this point. So, if this was a Titanfall trailer, everybody would have been like so excited.
Then why didn't they just do that? Why would they make something that's bad that nobody wants? It's very clear that the public sentiment has been that they're tired of hero shooters for at least the last 2 years. Why would you continue doubling down on something that people clearly don't want to play? They're not interested in. It doesn't make sense. EA owns it. Well, okay, they could make the same as like if one of the Dawnwalker is basically Witcher 3, but with a different theme. What, you really think that you can't make a mech game anymore? Just make another mech game.
But it's from a lot of these people who get really good games. They get really good shooters. So I don't know if it's going to be any good, but maybe we should play it and hear about people playing it first before we start calling it Concord. And again,
I don't agree with this. I think that again, if a game looks bad, it's going to be bad. That's just how it is. Like anything that looks like trash probably is trash. There's a few exceptions, but this is a general rule.
Like, you gotta be pretty dumb if you think that this game is anything like the gameplay in Concord. Like, anyone can see that if you just take a moment to look at what's in front of you. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking to see what happens with it. I want to see more. I think they could have done a better job or really just made a better decision, like how they reveal it. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. So, I guess we'll see what's up in the future, or if it's just going to drop on January 26th, and it's like, well, I guess we'll put it together.
It's dead. It's dead. It's over. It's finished. I'm sorry. Like, this is it. Add more free to play game visual. I don't like free to play games, like grindy games. So what's the conversation about this? Yeah, I don't know about this. And also, like, based on gameplay and substance, the thing is that this is another big issue that a lot of people don't understand is they want to gatekeep conversation. The fact is that you can't gatekeep this conversation. If somebody thinks that the game is bad because the characters look bad, then the game is bad because the characters look bad. The consumer is always right in matters of taste. And I think that's exactly what's happening here is that people are giving their taste, they're showing their opinion, and they don't like it. So whether you want to agree with that or not, it doesn't matter whether you agree with it or not, because they were not asking you your approval for their opinion. The fact is that other people, you can say it's the most invalid, brain dead, dumb fucking reason, but if they want to grade it based off that, it's like a game isn't woke enough or a game is too woke. Both of these opinions are totally valid, and everybody should be able to provide a review and give their opinion off of it. But the problem really is whenever people gatekeep, oh, well, you shouldn't be able to care about this, you shouldn't be able to care about that. That's it. Do you think everything in gaming has been invented already? No. That's ridiculous. You think that until something new comes out. I mean, you could say there is no original text, right? You could always go and, play something like that. But I think in a general sense, no, I don't think so at all. And yeah, that's what I would say. And yeah, I want Ace Ventura free roam game. That would be funny. It definitely would be. But yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite did not do well with the FGC because it's ugly visuals despite great gameplay mechanics. Yeah. I mean, again, the way a game looks and it being visually appealing is massively important. And I will go back to what I said a minute ago, which is if you don't have people that want to cosplay the characters, you have bad characters. It's that simple. There's people cosplaying Verso and Mayel from Expedition 33, people cosplaying the Marvel Rivals characters like crazy. So if you don't have characters that look good that people want to be, then maybe you should be asking yourself why that is. Just a controversial game. Shrouded. We did not even know a month ago if this game was going to release. People thought it was going to be delayed, and they said, no, it's not. It's coming out today, and here it is. Does y'all ready? Why the music go? Is it loud? All right. Let's see. Oh, give me a minute. I'm going to use the bathroom. Tell me if it turns back on. Yeah, tell me if it turns back on. Yes. It immediately turns back on. It worked! Hey, we got the music back! Not a bug. All right. Let's do it. Bro, the devs are watching. Let's get it.
Aeon, Aeon, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel in a cycle of reincarnation, watched over by the gods.
Oh, wow.
Our gods, some of whom love us, more than others. Your hope, the ideal empire, is treasured by Modica,
Who's
far
faulty?
leading all ventures. The burn but goddess has lately turned her eyes from us, and our empire has suffered
Sounds bad.
revolts, famines, challenges to right for food. We lack a common purpose, but we could find it in the living land.
That's where we have to go.
A rich and lawless island settled by fugitives.
This is America. Or
exiles,
Australia.
and us. Yet the more we free this place from danger, the more the land fights back. And now, as our colonists crowd into Paradise, the last safe city, the locals find themselves crowded out.
Oh, they got gentrified. Get them out.
You were born to a family in our Adheran Empire, and in a rare turn of the wheel, you came into this world, a godlike, touched by a patron god in the womb, to some, a blessing, to many, an abomination. You grew up an outsider, but I saw potential in you.
Thank you.
Potential and an opportunity.
Yeah.
And within my cause, you found purpose. Now I call upon your vow to our empire.
That's me.
And name you my envoy.
Okay.
Venture forth in the name of your homeland and secure our future.
So, a mission from the king? Damn. What the fuck is this? What is this, Burning Man? Oh my god. Okay, let's. All right, what do we have here? Okay, this is. Holy shit, what the fuck is this? Why they got all this weird shit? What the hell? What the fuck is up? What the fuck is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. It's like a Dark Souls NPC. I think we're gonna start with this guy. Yeah, let's start with this guy right here. Okay, and let's go look at, all right, so that's the preset. And so you can be either a girl, a dude, or a girl or a dude, okay? All right, body type, skin tone. Let's see. I want to be white as fuck, obviously. Yep, there we go. Temperature, big white. Okay. All right. Next, hair. Wait, what? Oh, okay, these are the different facial styles. Got it. All right. Wait, can we just get rid of this bullshit? Godlike features. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of it. This is so, look at this, bro. Look at these. Bro, this is some straight up fucking LCM, like LSD, fucking EDM music, fucking rave. Like, what is this, bro? Absolutely not. I'm Groot? No, bro, this is like I am like an STD. Godlike hair features. Okay, what is this? Damn, bro. So I could be kitted out. Could be Barnacle Man. We're not going to be Barnacle Man. Sorry. I think it's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking insane. It's so stupid. We're not going to do that at all. Okay, so now we have the normal face. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay, so literally none of them are good. All right, so this is the best. This is the closest one we're gonna have. We turn them down. Okay, they're all very ugly. Yes, they are. Okay, so now we have the hairstyles. All right, naturally. Okay, just your basic random hairstyle. All right, that's gonna be me in 2 years, and that's me now. If I cut my hair at least. This was me 15 years ago. Actually, maybe 10 years ago. Ooh, I don't know about that. That's bad. That's real bad. We don't like that. Okay, let's see. What the fuck? What are these things? This guy, he got eyelashes on his forehead? What the fuck? Okay, we got this, like your general, lacrosse varsity Chad haircut. No, I don't like that. I'm not gonna wear that shit.
Oh my god. This is like a George Washington. No, 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 no. This haircut is called the Doja Flea. Okay? And then of course you have the Killmonger. And then what even is this? What is this? Oh god. Okay, what else do we have? Do we have any decent long hair options? Let's see. This is okay, I guess. Nah, no, I don't like that. That's a girl haircut, girl, girl. Jesus, bro. Oh god. Goth girl? Yeah, no, that's this one's kind of okay. That one's not. No. Girl. Damn. I feel like we might just go with this. Ah, Jesus. Yeah, go with number three. You think I should go with number three all the way up? Dude, can I at least go with this? Bro, this is so bleak, man. Oh god, this is bad. I don't know if I want to go with this. Jesus, three or four? God. Oh, jeez. I feel like none of the long hair options really do look that good. So they just don't. They all look like they're for girls. Nah, all right. All right. Fine. We're gonna do it. Okay, let's see what else I need to do. Hair root color. Am I crazy for thinking that like the hair color is almost perfect already? Let me make it a little bit darker. Yeah, I think that's pretty much good. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, good. And hair highlight color, we don't care about that. And let's see, facial hair. Okay, so let's look at the facial hair options. Oh, 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 wow. Oh, wow. That's ferocious. Okay, let's see. Hmm. I don't like that. No, don't like that. Not a fan of that. Don't like this. For some reason, I don't like that. Uh, damn. What the? Why is it parted like that? Honestly, I think we go with this one. Four? Yeah, I think this four goes hard. Dude, this is some fucking Dr. Robotnik shit. Like, we're not gonna. No, this is too much, man. No, we're gonna go with this. It's too much for me. I can't handle this level of masculinity, okay? It's just too much. All right, we're just gonna set it to the same hair color. All right, that's perfect. Yeah, that actually looks good. Okay, perfect. And then we'll give him some gray hairs in his beard. Is it actually gonna work? Uh, okay, we're just gonna get rid of it. Yeah. Okay, so that doesn't. Yeah. All right. Let's just ignore that. And hair. Okay, so we have facial hair. All that's good. And then eye size, eye properties. I'm not gonna fuck around with this too much. Um, that seems decent. Eye position seems fine. Eye spread. Ooh. Bro, he can. I feel like if you have this option, you shouldn't be allowed to get backstabbed in the game. Okay. We'll go with that right there. Eye depth, 0%. I feel like probably for me, it's probably about like right there. And then eye angle. Probably pretty much 0. More like that. Yeah, like -20. Eye color. It's darker brown. Okay, good. That should be fine. Perfect. All right, brows. Brow size. Okay, probably like right about there. Brow position. Hey, look at that! That's what I do. Okay, we're gonna put it down to here. Brow spread. Yeah, we're gonna keep them closer together too. Probably right about there. Brow depth. I don't really have a Neanderthal forehead, so brow angle. It's so sad. Jeez. Okay. All right, that's fine. Eyebrow color. My eyebrows are actually very black, so we're gonna put it there. Okay. So that's good. Nose. All right, nose size. I have a very small nose. Yeah, actually, pretty much. Yeah, literally -80%. Okay, nose position. Um, about right there, I'd say. Nose depth. Ooh. Got it. Nose root width. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I don't have that at all. Yep, not like right there. Okay. Nose tip direction. There we go. All right, that's good. It's actually pretty accurate. Fixed shape. I don't like right there. Width should be good. Depth. Uh, okay, that should be fine. Jaw position literally doesn't matter because I have a beard. Problem solved. Nose is not good. I feel like the nose is good. Mouth does not matter. I have like very thin lips as well. Okay. And then ears, literally nobody cares. The nose point is way off. You're right. There. Okay. I think that's good. The teeth? No, I don't think you can change that. It's more rounded also. I don't know. I feel like there's not a whole lot of options. I'm sorry to say, guys. Yeah, perfect teeth. Of course I do. All 3 of them. Okay, next. Complexion style. Okay, well, I don't have. Oh, yeah. I'm dirty. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, that's completely clean, obviously. Not an issue. Lips, don't give a fuck. lip color, facial scars. Shit. A big X on his forehead. Are any of these cool? Wow, looks fucking badass. Only go with that. That looks so cool. Okay. Furry scratches? Yeah. Actually, maybe it's too much. Mm, yeah, I think that one actually looks cooler. It's like much more subdued, you know? Okay, eyeliner. Yeah. Look at his face. Look at his face. Oh wow, it cut my wife into pieces. Look at this. Oh jeez. Oh, what the hell? Who the hell wants any of this shit? Oh my god. Make JD Vance? You think so? A little bit, yeah. All right, we got none of that. No makeup. What's this? Look at some of these. Yeah, oh shit. The Rock High? What the fuck? Okay. Oh, he's got the face, the hand. Get out of there. Damn, look at that. That's kind of cool. I feel like none of these are actually cool, though. Like, actually. We're joking around, but is that cool? No, it's not. It's not cool. Is that cool? No, I don't think it's cool. I'm really thinking about going with this. I'm actually thinking. I think we go with this. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's do it. Let's actually fucking do it. This is so funny. And I should have it all the way, right? Super dark. Pink eye. No, bro. No. No. Oh God, no. All right. No, I think it needs to be black. Honestly, it does. It does. It needs to be black. Okay. Um, this is so stupid. Do you guys really want me to do this? No, it is. It's so ridiculous. It is. It is ridiculous. Um, this guy's free to run for Prime Minister of Canada. Oh shit. Yeah, all right. We got it. Let's just go with nothing, all right? We're gonna go with nothing. Arcane Skull Lord, Court Augur, unique dialogue. After graduating with honors next, okay, after your village trumps fail, the strange insights its unsettling manner earned your neighbor's suspicions. You foresaw the church's pitchforks and flood the high ground, where the emperor recognized your talents and elevated you from a back alley fortune teller to his personal mystic. You have learned how to wield all power from the shadows. All it takes is a dash of influence and deception. I like the sound of that. That's badass. Noble, your ornaments toward the humble beginnings driven to desperation by famine. Ah, it's boring. Over an arrow. You distinguish yourself on the field of battle. The Emperor values your loyalty, your grit, and your martial prowess. I know your offers make blame for banners. This sounds way cooler. Yeah, bro, like You forgot godlike features? No, I didn't forget it. I remembered to turn it off. Okay. Okay, attribute points. So how many points do I have? I have points available 0. Oh, okay. Um, so light. Oh, the channel magic. Okay. Okay, well I want that. Like, how do I? Okay. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so I'm understanding now. So let's remove all of these. Okay. So we have 10 points available. We have a light, constitution, dexterity. Dexterity. It's stupid. Good for builds for mobility. Good for abilities like speed and parade. Do more damage. Ideal for casters and rangers. Great for wizards. Good for warriors. Okay. 3 resolve, 3 constitutions, 4 knights. Okay, I can't do that. Next, 1 dexterity. I can only put 3 into one area. Well, what am I doing? I can only have 3 tools. Okay, that's good. State density. Path of the damnation. Okay, let's do that. All right. For sake. See you next week. I guess that's better. Identifier he, she, they. That's it? Only 3? I don't know about that, guys. Display identifier and character sheet? No. Display godlike features in game? No. Okay, name envoy. My name! I want to change it up a little bit, you know? I want to keep things exciting for you. Let's get it. All right. Gentlemen, we have created the Battle Master, ready for combat and war. You see that? Prepared. The Bold Master. Let's do it. Start the game. Confirm character creation and start game. What's that, a bird? No, it's a cat. It's like Avatar. Move. Naturally selected. Suspecting the cannot be true. And yet they are. Humorous. They know whose dreadful illuminations. It's a dark bullshit optimism. Something fine. Stones. That's like the rat corruption. That was clean. I like that.
Switch to this.
Graphics look great. This is awesome.
So, I command you go to the living lands. I
It's a cutscene. Yes, it's a cutscene.
necessary settle them.
The ship is gonna sink. Oh my god.
So blood. Rest
Oh
of
my god. The ship's gonna sink. Oh, it's gonna get shipwrecked. 6 weeks out. I deal with it. I don't even get it. They stole this. Let me guess. I'm gonna be on the beach then. Okay. My god. I can't believe it. How could this have happened? What's that stupid asshole doing? Why we kidding him? What the hell is this? I'm in the game now. Okay, a little bit too fast for the returning. Let me just go ahead and make sure I control this keyboard. Okay, this is a lot better. It's a lot better. All right. Well, let me go. Actually, you know what? I'm just playing the Empire Sports. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, crouch, shift. Okay. What did that do? I don't even know what the hell that did. Okay. Okay, punch. Okay, so you can punch with both hands. All right. Good. Right? I can drink my stamina. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit so you guys can see my health and everything. So, okay. All right, hands. That's right. Yeah, yes.
I thank the gods and thought I regret what I did. Mr. Mouse let me present for a time I watch.
This is probably the most masculine character in this game. It'd take more than a shipwreck to kill me.
At least the journey's not completely lost.
Ego, bro.
I heard the cannons. I couldn't. We.
Let's start with the names. Who are you?
Late Garrison. What's it called? Further difference.
What a stupid name. Run.
God, Outpost on the sign up, but
Well, what? The soldiers in the outpost can help us. Underwindling islands. Yeah, exactly.
as soon as we can find ourselves a problem,
What happened?
think of things to worry about.
What are
I saw flashes at me. It weren't the stuff that we could shape. It was cannon fire, and it could only have come from that fort up the hill. Makes no sense. No one fires on their own country. Unless
It's an insurrection. Unless the soldiers were not of their own minds. This is me, the fucking discerning wizard rule.
that's what I'm afraid of too. In the meantime, you survive.
Yeah.
That means we're not scuppered yet. As long as you're here, the Emperor's mission can still go ahead.
So what about the people that attacked us? We gotta fuck their ass.
Made up with her. That he's got an embassy in the form of Paradise.
Gotta go over there.
Once we make it there, we can regroup and figure out what to do next.
There's nothing gay about that.
Probably our only chance for
Keep on that gay.
with supplies. If our troops are being captured, they'll need our help.
Point. There's not a blackboard in Aora who can stand in our way.
Those walls are very cold. A good hit, we could be on our way.
Schizo Wolf design? You think so? Okay, so can I equip this weapon? So I'm not going to read that. 2 weapon loadouts and swap defining that small left walls. Okay. So additional reductions threat the wrong number. Oh wow. It's the guy above this. You're gonna put 1 train. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on, and if I okay, so it's click it. I don't even need to drag it. Okay, good. And I also have a potion. Do I equip into anything in my potion? No, I think there's no potion tab. We'll just automatically go to yeah. Sterile. Can I eat this guy? Sure. No. Can I kill this barrel? Okay, I can't kill the barrel. Can I kill this barrel? Can I kill the boss? Okay. All right, Gary. Let's go. Come on, Gary. We're looking around. Ooh, another health potion. Nice. We're gonna loot from the dead. Okay. And what's this? Silver? What's over here? And there's something cool over here. I people, bro. See, like that's video game sense. Shit. A box? What's in the box? Yes, we're gonna go to the boat. Obviously, we're gonna go to the boat. What the hell do you guys think? You fucking stupid, of course. Who's this guy? Bunch of fucking corpses down here. Alright. Alright, where's the boat? Can I get to the boat? Looks like there's an invisible wall. Oh. Yes, you can. Okay. That's not a real piece of wood. This is a video game. Let's go over here. Can I remember these? No, I can't. Okay, so I have a fish. I will need a fish and $11. Okay, that seems pretty good. Okay, I found it. Go to the top of here. It's over here. You ready to eat, man? I bet I could jump to the other side and actually get through this. So stupid. What's the word? This game's actually so easy. This game's a joke. Can I go up there? Sup, man? Fuck, I can't. You mean you can jump this and you. What a cop. Crouch. Okay. Can I jump off? So you put an invisible wall around everything cool, but you don't put it. It's not for you, fatty. Wait. Does this mean I keep the thing? Wait, I can just keep killing myself over and over and get more and more stuff. That seems like a good idea.
Wait, I thought I put the what? Oh, there we go. Yeah, next point. Bro, I'm cheating already. Already cheating in this game. Joke game. Science out of here. Let's go. What's this?
That's sneaky.
Ooh, that's some snakes. What's behind the wall? Nothing. What's up, pussy? Time to die, bitch! Just like the cinematic. Right? Go here. One of these. Nothing. No.
Sleep like a stress patient. Don't hurry. Sir.
It's got my ass. Okay. Damn, bro, this is all this one's hard. Okay, so I really gotta be careful. Okay, can I go off that? No, I can't. Okay, move around a little more. Oh, what does this say? This says, it says this is a woke video game
Get out of here.
that hates,
Not for you.
that hates America. I don't know what else. There's nothing else here. All right, let's go. Room social.
Yes. Already had yours.
So, Peter about. How? It's a tripwire, I see. So can I disable the tripwire? I can. You know how I learned that? Stalker 2. That was a dick sucker in a warehouse. I had to deal with. That was the most annoying fucking thing in the game. A sniper? Yeah. Yeah, I killed his ass. Try to look and see if there's any like secrets. Dude, there's gotta be something, right? I knew it. An apology. I cannot go on. Can I lose her? Can I leave her body? No. Okay, let me go ahead. I'm gonna put this dagger here. So this dagger actually kind of sucks dick. We're gonna put it mace. I see. Okay, I see. I see what to do. All right. Let's go this one. Uh-oh. Luckily, I just got saved. The game just auto-saved. Uh-oh. All right, let's do it.
Big day. Will they fight each other? And the way I do one.
Door. I need a storage key. All right. I'm sure nothing bad will be here. Good.
What's that? Face?
Oh, oh, bro, that's an STD. That's nasty. I got some money. What's in here? Yeah.
Look at that stick he's got. That's a nice stick. Don't care about that. Nothing else really going on in here. Oh, food. That's really good. Okay, so how does food work in this game? So is it like a dot where I get healed over time, or is it just like a big heal? It's regen? Okay, but for how long? For like over 5 seconds. Okay. Nobody knows. Try it. All right. I'll just try it. Who cares? Yeah. You can see it. Oh, so it pauses, so I never overheal. That's cool. I'm assuming that's what happens. I don't know. Just guess I got an apple. Should we not miss anything over here?
Then the soul of the soldiers bring round the butcher audiences. Open hope their souls find beyond it.
Back here. Open sesame. This is where I get my two-handed greatsword. Common armor breastplate. How does that work? Okay, so this one is like way better, right? Because if you look at the stats, the number is bigger, and so it's better. I'm actually
We're looking at you being retarded.
could this be me? Yeah,
Who is that?
it can work out more. Okay, so I'm more on the inside. Potions. Right. Let's go. Chicken. We love chicken. Money. $18. Ham's gonna get money from that girl. Oh my god, this could have been the cannon that shot us. Oh no. I'm always trying to go in the wrong place. Let's see it right now. Yeah, I feel like right now, like I'm about to go into a situation, you know what I mean? Alright, let's do it. What's up, Lucy? What's up? What's the ass bit?
But everything is gone.
What's wrong? How do I dodge that? I have to block it. Damn! Let me see if I can do it. Damn! Oh no, wellness stick suckers! I win! Get him out of here! Right?
How does that parry work? Damn, well, this guy's no good to level 1. Holy shit. Alright, we got their ass. That's what matters. That was kind of hard. I mean, like, not really. Like, it's hard because I didn't know how to plan. Like, okay, let's do this guy. And who else? Come on over here. We get anything from her? Alright. Let's grab loot. I know, I'm trying to get loot. I feel like I got everything. Because things are lit up that I need to get.
Surely there's a way to fail with work.
Damn, there's like nothing in these barrels, huh? Another health potion. I feel like I'm getting a lot of health potions. Soon, too.
Margaret's fury. That'll do it.
Migraine spirit from the bush.
I'm getting out of this.
How do we do that? Find a way to burn.
Ow.
I mean, what? We should open this, right? Shut up. What's the shiny? I'm hearing shiny. Okay.
The gods, what's the matter, Kirkman? Stay back. I'm not touching whatever's on your head.
You see, he's so godlike.
You mean a god taking that face? Gosh, there's something in it.
That's right.
Never seen one of your kind before. I always heard folks say you were blessed. Looks more like a curse to me.
Will you shut up or should I make you?
That's what Imperial Mental. Show some respect.
Imperial. You're sight.
That's right.
Gonna survive while your face your like belly up.
Cross your arms. Do we have a problem?
Gladiators had their boots with paradise since their first soldiers came.
Because the place is pure chaos.
You don't think we liked it that way? I have to smuggle just to get anything past your damn checkpoints.
I had nothing to do with that. Can you do this now?
I'm trying. Your friend's the one who can fight with me.
Before our decent to bite you in the back over a dirt look.
At least we don't go mad and slaughter each other.
Perception. Uh-oh. So wait, your own men did sink our ship?
They did. All of this.
Oh, wow.
David came.
Oh, wow.
Starts.
That's bad.
Jewish. Then the killing started. They went wild. Stabbed their mates in their sleep.
That's right. How could they do it?
I told you, they weren't right. When the storm came, they fired the cannons.
They got radicalized from watching this thing.
Pieces changed. That soldier and he tried to strangle me. I had to defend myself.
Based. You said their faces changed, but this man's face is moving.
He still didn't.
I've got a bad feeling. This doesn't make sense. What if she murdered that soldier and she's just trying to kill them all?
We could make her speak truth. There aren't methods.
Wait. Look. We don't have to like each other. We can all get out alive. I left my boat at the edge of the island, so it should still be there.
Excellent. Let me just find a key to the cell.
Anyway, I've tackled with Paradise and smugglers before. She'd say just about anything to get out of itself. The story's full of holes. What if the boat's not empty? What if she turns up our shipper?
For fuck's sake, be reasonable. Don't listen to him.
I don't know if you're guilty or innocent, and I don't care.
God, that's the sanest thing I've heard all day.
True. Let's find the key.
It's in the warden's room. They blocked off when things went south. You can find the way in.
We can always kill her later. It's not a big deal.
We live to regret this.
Okay, so we have to go to the warden's chambers. Is that right?
Okay, so I guess we gotta climb. Seems pretty obvious, but let me just look around first. Right? Oh wow, that's a big money situation. Let me just do this. I got two nuts. Let's do this. A cucumber and oh,
Get down. What's wrong with you? Yeah, fucking stove.
essence potion. Oh, that's like mana shit. Okay. Let's break this. Let me food real quick.
Yeah, stove.
Is there any reason why I shouldn't just use these right now?
What's wrong with you?
Or is there cooking in the game that I should save them for later? Just use them?
Every time I get into a match, one of y'all just wants to distract me.
There's food everywhere? Okay. That's big chicken. I'm not going to use that chicken. Hopefully this is enough to survive the fall. Okay, I didn't even take any damage. Alright. Big move. Big move. Big move. Help potions, a branch, a kelp, and a rope. Okay, looks like a bunch of garbage. We didn't need any of that. And then, oh, there's the key. Oh, I didn't even realize I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was just running around trying to follow the shiny sound. Okay, this seems like that's what I was supposed to do. Okay, there's something on the other side then. Give me a minute. I'm like super like fucking fixated around like never missing stuff, you know. Okay, yeah. Okay. So optional return to the girl. Okay, well I'm gonna go ahead for like my weapons. I'm not gonna use like these. Okay, so yes, stupid. I played like 4 video games. I know how to play this. It's easy. Should we just let her stay in there? Um, I think it'll probably be a better idea for us to keep her for now. That way we can use her as like a yeah. See, like we'll use her as like a meat shield. Okay, that's it. Okay. So there's a couple of cocksuckers on the other side. Doesn't like matter there, right? I think let's go over here, maybe. I feel like I'm going the right way. Let's see how much damage my bow does. Does the bow have ammo? Charge it? Okay. Okay, let's go back down. Let's go back down and kill this guy. I'm going to a bitch. Wait, what? Guys, I really feel like the foe is like way fucking better than melee. Like way fucking better. I I think I made him like draw up on the offside. Okay, let's go back over there. Down there. The mage archer pipeline. Am I gonna be a mystic archer? Okay. Common delay. Is that any good? Common sword. Ooh, the mace is big, dude. The sword sucks. Okay. Tool wheel. Yeah. I think I can actually, you're right. Okay, so fighting face. Still better. All right, let's go. Okay. What's wrong? I was bad. What? Fucking insert you die. Wait a minute. I'm gonna heal. Okay, yeah, can I res him? Now I have to res him? Assist. Wait a second. It ain't that. They do predict the shots. Nice. Dude. Well, I was gold one. I need fucking, what do you call it? Level 2. Ready. Oh my god. Select my first ability. Magic missile. I really don't think I should go with magic missile, man. I really don't. Like right now, what I'm thinking about is I feel like number 2 is probably like an 8. Think about that, an 8-second reel with a 10-second movement. That's fucking broken. It is. It's totally fucking broken. Like no, we're using that. Casting abilities is my purple bar. Okay, so okay, so I held down tab and I tab. Garrisoning in Rise of Kingdom is probably the most exhilarating thing to do. We all know this. But what happens if you get into a KPK store that has an artifact? Well, we made this famous a couple of years ago when it came to like the Gorgo Attila and Attila Gorgo garrisons. The artifacts make it to where you can take the secondary commander and force them to become the same troop type as the primary. So we're going to go through the best artifact garrisons in the game because we have a new champion. We have a new best overall garrison. We'll go through all of that when we come back. Hey everybody, it's your boy War Daddy Chansky. I do videos for Rise of Kingdoms all the time, and as always,
Oh, a thumbs up. Give it a like if you get any entertainment value out of it, and if you get anything for your account, and if you're not subscribed, consider doing it. Doesn't cost you anything. You hit that bell if you want to get any alerts when I put out content like this. But before we get going, I need to give a shout out to my boy Dom. He did a great artifact video. I've got that link for that video down in the description. Now, he goes through all the field combinations you can run with artifacts. He goes through rally combinations, and he's got scarcity in here. But go check out his, especially for the field stuff, go check out his artifact video when it comes to that. We're trying to help our boy Dom out. Go subscribe to him and go cook. As well, the Garrison game is something I know all too. Okay, I have garrisoned infantry over the years. I garrisoned Zeno back in the day. I garrisoned Constantine back in K2. Okay, I garrisoned Flav. I used to run crazy, stupid stuff like Flavius CPO Prime. All right, I've even garrisoned a little bit, just a little bit with archers, with Artemisia back in the day. But now we've got Hayam. And what we're seeing now is that the KDKs are being played right now, Zone 5 KDKs. There are other KDKs out there right now that have an artifact. As we all know, the different stories of KDKs provide artifacts that you can run. Okay, you've got Cito Orleans, that's Satoshi. You got Tides that has an artifact and certain Tides. You have Heroic Anthem, Warriors Unbound is an artifact KDK, Stratagems is an artifact KDK. You have all these different artifact Keyboard. Dread is an artifact KDK. You can run artifacts in a lot of these different KDKs. And since you can, there are other ways to do this. Now, what has happened in the game is that now that we're very specific on the types of damage that commanders do, it's not as easy to run artifact KDKs when it comes to garrisoning. Okay, you can't, it's harder to find pairings. We used to have a ton of them. Now it's a little different because you have commanders like David that does combo and commanders like Gorgo that do snipe. And then you have commanders like Hayam that does skill damage, right? And so from there, how do you mix and match these? What are the best ones to run? What are actually better than the regular garrisons that we run? And we've got a pairing, guys, that I am crowning as the new champion. The best garrison you can run, artifact or no artifact. And we'll go through that. First of all, we're going to take all these different combinations and we're going to kind of put this thing up. And we're going to rank these things based on how they do in a rally, how they do against the swarms, and how they do overall, and what the champion is when it comes to that. So let's put this up, and we have our best versus rally artifact garrisons. Okay, this is what we've got. Now, I've got all these things down here at the bottom. And here, I can even strip this up just a little bit, just so people kind of understand how this thing works. Let me just kind of pull this up so you guys see the actual garrisons. All right. Now, these are the kind of the best. I'm going to say best. These are kind of the best way to run these garrisons. Okay. It's you got Attila in there. You got Martel. You got CY. You got Gorgo. You got different ones with Hayam. You got David included. So now let's go through this. The best versus rally, we'll just go through this one by one. All right? You guys are going to think I'm crazy. Like, you're going to think I am absolutely insane, but I'm going to tell you, the Hayam with Flav against the rally is like S tier. You guys don't understand, okay? A lot of people don't understand Hayam and Flav. Flavius, I know, guys. It's like the last skill damage commander infantry gave us. But he still does 2,300 damage factor. Okay, and then he does an extra additional damage that lasts for 3 seconds. Right? That is a total, still to this day, that is a total of 70 and 27 and 2,750 skill damage every cycle. All right, you turn him into an archer commander, you're going to get 15% attack, 15% defense, 15% health. Not a great stat stick, but it's okay. Right? In addition, this commander's troop deals 20% more counterattack damage. You got a little bit of prickliness with him. Right? And when you're serving as a basic commander, you inflict stacks of this debuff where the target takes 1% more damage and you can max it up to 10 stacks. That's very easy to do. So you're basically saying, okay, third skill gives me 20% counterattack and 10% all damage. All right, and so from there, the all damage is just on the targets, none of the swarms. but now the target takes 10% more all damage. Okay. And then you go to his 4 skill, another 10% damage. And then when you're launching a basic attack, there's currently taking additional damage. Now you got to remember, he does additional damage here. Okay. And if you have you're taking, when you're launching basic attack against a target that's taking additional damage over time, you have a 100% chance to silence. You have a 100% chance to silence. So you can start silencing every skill cycle when that 7-second cooldown runs out. You know how potent CPO Emilianus is with his. We know how potent CPO Emilianus is with his silence. Okay, we know that it's one of the coolest things you can run on a rally. Now it sucks against Hayam because Hayam counters it, but overall silencing is just incredible. People don't realize like Flob's kit. Like outside of his low stats here, his kid is like really good. Like really good. Except he's a skill damage commander. Nobody runs that for infantry anymore. But you come to his expertise, this is the kicker. Okay, this works exceptionally well against the rallies of like Attila Subotai, against the rallies of Scipio Emilianus, okay, with Ebar. And then whenever you use an active skill, there's a 30% chance to inflict 2 stacks of the debuff on the target, or the 1% more damage from infantry units for 15 seconds. Okay, the debuff stacks 10 times. All right, so now you're inflicting 10% more damage total, along with the 10% that the target takes. So just all damage everywhere. All damage here, all damage here with stacks, all damage here with stacks. I mean, he's really good. He pumps out damage. He does. And people thought I was crazy when I was like, put lobbyists behind Hayam. Get after it. Now, this is just against the round. Okay? It's just against the round. Now, you have other commanders like Hector, who's great with Hayam, that's running skill damage. But against the rally, this is an S tier. Okay? It doesn't get much better than this because Hayam is so powerful against the round. Now, I've got Hayam and Ziska. I'm going to put that down here in the A tier. Ziska not near as potent as Flavius with the skill damage. Okay. And so from there, that's what you kind of run here. All right. In addition to that, I'm going to run I'm going to put this one over here, and then we're going to talk about Gorgo with Attila. Now, this is really good against the rallies. I'll put it the A tier, okay? The Gorgo Attila. Now, the thing with this, a lot of people ask, number one, you have to have arch formation if you run Gorgo Attila. Number two, it's best to run Attila primary because Attila lays down so much normal damage when he's primary after his active skill that happens to give the buff. Like we talk about with Attila all the time, you want to give the buff to a smite or combo damage dealer behind him. The other part of this is that Gorgo runs a 90 rage requirement. That's the only benefit that you get that you otherwise don't get with Attila primary. But overall, it is more potent to run Attila primary with Gorgo. Okay, but against the rally, I give that an A. And in fact, I'm probably maybe just going to give it a B. But it's right here at the end of the A tier. Okay, now I've got CY with Attila, or Attila CY. Against rallies, it's a C tier. It's not great. Okay, now I've got a Gorgo with CY, and against rallies, that runs at a B tier. So you can run that either way, CY Gorgo or Gorgo CY, however you want to run. It's a B tier against rallies. Maury loves to do this in 2293, one of the best Garrison players in the game. And it does okay. It's not great. It's not overwhelmingly good, but it does okay. In addition to that, now we got a really prickly one with Attila Martel. It does about the same as CY Attila or Attila CY, but you could run this either way too. Attila Martel or Martel Attila. The Martella is kind of a funny name that we run, but you can run that either way with Attila and Martel or Martel Attila, and then you can run CY Attila or Attila CY, whichever way you want to do. But it's going to do about the same when it comes to against the round. Okay, that's what we want to focus on. Then we've got Attila Gorgo. That comes up right here. It's at the A tier. Okay, Attila Gorgo rock and roll. This was the undefeated Garrison. Like I ran this and it was never beaten. like ever beaten. I would run this like crazy. Okay? The Attila Gorgo, you made it famous. Like I said, when we talk about the parent, you want the normal damage going on when Gorgo fires off. Because Gorgo's going to get the benefit from this 10% normal damage. She's going to get the benefit from Attila's 30% normal damage. Then she's going to get the benefit, okay, of the target taking 30% more normal damage. And then she's going to deal 30% more normal damage, okay, whenever the troop deals smite damage. All right, for the next 30 seconds. So there's normal damage going on everywhere. And if you've got an arch set and you're boosting the normal damage 3.5% and Fearless boosting it by 8%, it is off the chart. It's the undefeated Gears. I ran it literally for 2.5 years and nothing could consistently beat it. All right, I literally ran the hell out of this thing. I ran it against 960. They didn't want it anymore. Go ask it. Any player still around from the 960 GT days? And I'm not talking about late 960. I'm talking about prime 960 with Leopard leading the crew. They didn't want any part of this. All right? That's when it came out 2.5 years ago. And I've been running it in Artifact KDKs ever since. And it's literally the undefeated Gears. Kills archers, does really well against infantry, crushes cavalry. That's the way that thing is. Okay, and so that thing's still sitting at the A tier against the rally. Still really, really good. All right, but we got a new champion there because the best thing to run against rallies, straight up, hands down, new champion for rallies is the Gorgo with David. All right, but when David came out, I immediately said, okay, players who still have an arch formation for infantry. And I know guys like Crix, I know guys like Maury, I know guys all over the place that still have an arch formation. The Gorgo David with an arch formation, oh my God. What it does, you get more normal damage here, you get more normal damage here, boosted by the arch. She has her rage requirements, it's 900. And then, okay? And then you hit him with this dude. Combo enhanced by normal damage. Amazing. That combination is so insane. Huge defense bonus for the infantry. Skill damage reduction all of a sudden. So Gorgo with her skill damage reduction, and then David with his skill damage reduction, like it's great against archers. And then you include some of the other stuff, and you have combo attack damage, and then you also have instant proc combo, and then here it is. You're not only enhancing all that damage, okay, but then you're smacking the rally with 40% more combo attack damage, all right? After the primary commander skill goes off, for the next 3 seconds, you get his combo bonus, and it crushes, of course, and then you have the expertise 10% less damage that you take, and when you have 50% units remaining, the Gears deals 5% more damage. Okay, so that's it. And not only is it S tier in an artifact situation, this is S tier in any normal situation. This will perform better than Gorgo Tokugawa. I know it sounds crazy, but it will. Okay, Gorgo David with Arch is unbelievably meta. Like it is the real deal. Like you guys don't even understand. I've got some reports I'm going to show you in a bit, but that's what we're looking at when it comes to the rallies and how we want to face off against the rallies. This is what you're looking at. Not very good against the rallies, okay? Gonna have better rate against swarms. We know that. Kind of okay against the rallies, nothing crazy. Good against the rallies. Really good against the rallies. Could be up here. Great against the rallies. Hayam Flavius, Nakatomi Triangle. Now, this is not being true. This is just against rallies. If you go put Hayam Flavius in the past, just watch. Watch what happens. Just crazy good. Okay? And so from there, that's what we want to do with these artifact garrisons against the rallies. Okay? Now, we're going to go against the swarms. Hey, yo. All right. And we'll start from back to front. First of all, Hayam with Siska and Flavius D tier. Not good against the Swarms. Okay. Now we have what was great against the Rallies. This kid's kind of a B, maybe an A with the normal damage in the arch, but really a B or an A. I'll give it an A. Okay. Corgo with David. All right. David's got a 3-target AoE, just doing tons of damage. So there is a little AoE for anti-sword. Corgo running up the normal damage with arch, really, really good. Okay. So I'll keep this at an A tier, right? Corgo with CY, really, really good. It's better against the Swarms. Now, the things with Gorgo and CY, as we all know, CY is a true damage commander, right? But he's got really good counterattack damage that he's able to do. And he's got some different things with the healing, and he takes less normal damage. The Gorgo CY, actually a pretty good anti-swarm solution, okay? So it gets an A tier grade. All right. The Gorgo Attila, excuse me, the Gorgo Attila. Yes. Really, really, really good. Gorgo Attila, not quite to the S tier level, but it's really, really close. Okay. In fact, yes, it is at the S tier level. Okay. But I'll put it at the back end of this. All right. CY and Attila, A tier. All right. CY does a little bit of that counterattack damage, but not quite as much normal damage as Gorgo. And then you can run this both ways, the CY, Gorgo, or Gorgo CY. I'll just leave it up there. But Gorgo Attila, S tier, CY with Attila, A tier. Okay, I really don't know why you would run that. It's pretty good, but not crazy. You could run this also with Attila CY. All right. Now from there, the Attila Gorgo, S tier. Great anti-swell. Just like this one. And in fact, it actually works out really, really well. Because Attila's going to lay down so much of that normal damage, so much of the all damage he does off of his full skill. Okay, and so it's the same. Better than everything, the champion of this, Attila Martel or Martel Attila. You want to punish Swarmers? You want to punish Swarmers in an artifact KDK? Go ahead and put like an Attila David in the garrison, or put an Attila Core. We used to do this all the time. Fluffy and I used to do this all the time. Keith and I used to do this all the time. We would run an Attila Gorgo and start cooking the route. All right. And then if we started getting swarmed, even though it's really good against the swarm, we would sneak in the Attila Martel. And it is the best anti-swarm you could ever run. Martel Attila, Attila Martel. The greatest anti-swarm you could ever run in a flag. You want to punish things that swarm you? Run that. And it does okay, but Ceroli's going to be. It might get cooked a little bit, but what you do to the swarmers, oh my God, it is diabolical. In fact, let me just kind of do this. We'll set this up just like this, okay? We'll put this at the B tier. We'll put these ones at the A tier. We'll put this at the S tier. There it is. That's against the swarms, okay? A grade, really, really good. Really, really good. S grade doesn't get any better. Okay, B grade, pretty good. You can run against swarms pretty good. Okay? And so that's what you have against the swarms, right? Now we come to the overall. Okay, this is looking at this thing. Overall, how are we going to do this? How are we going to rank this? All right? CY with Attila gets a C grade. Okay, I don't know why anybody necessarily wouldn't want it unless you're like kill archers and punish swarms. That's the kind of the way you need to run that. Okay. The same thing with CY and Gorgo CY. I give that a little bit better because it does better against the rallies like I'm talking about. Okay. Then the CY with Attila does better against the rallies. But overall, it does better than the CY Attila or the Attila CY or the Gorgo CY. However you want to. Okay. Then we're going to say overall the Hayam with Ziska a C tier, the Hayam with Flavius a B tier. Okay, because if it gets swarmed, there's a little bit of counterattack damage with Flavius. In fact, I almost forgot that. We actually need to put this up to a C tier because there's a little bit of counterattack damage there. And this is going to be at the B tier overall in an artifact garrison. These are the overall grades of the artifact garrison. Okay. Gorgo with Attila goes to the A tier. Really, really good. Really, really potent. Okay. And in addition to that, we're going to go overall Attila with Mortel at the B category. It's good against the rallies. Okay. Phenomenal against the scores. And I say good against the rallies, it's going to get cooked. It does okay against the rallies. Phenomenal against swarms. Gets a B grade overall. Okay. I'm not actually good. All right, but the fact that the swarm carries this thing, it works out really good. All right, we have two more. And at the S tier is still the reigning champ. Okay, the reigning champ, Attila and Gorgo, both